Good evening. Welcome back to Mason Cable News. My name is Ky'Lend Adams.
And I'm Alexis Whitted.
So Alexis, we just came back from the spring break. Tell us how your spring break was.
It was awesome. I went to New Orleans. It was so warm. I had so much delicious food.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it was really cool. How about yours?
I had the complete opposite. I went to D.C. It was cold. It was snowing. Wish I was there with you, but that's great that you went to New Orleans.
As a side note, we like to give our condolences to the people of London today, as there was a terrorist attack in Parliament where 3 people died and many others were injured. During the 2016 election, candidate Trump campaigned on stiffening the military prowess and funding to create a modern military. It seems President Trump will be continuing that campaign promise with this preliminary 2018 budget proposal, released last Thursday as cited by the Washington Post. The Trump administration would like to increase defense spending by $52.3 billion, along with a $2.6 billion down payment on the border wall and a $1.4 billion set aside for school voucher programs. As a point of fact, the United States spends nearly $600 billion on the military each year, more than the next 26 countries' military expenditures combined. This will increase the Defense Department budget by 10% from 2017. 19 agencies will be eliminated from funding, including the National Endowment for the Arts, Humanities, and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting that brings us NPR, PBS, and Sesame Street. The U.S. Department of Education will face a 13.5% cut. The Pell Grant program, which assists lower-income students in attending college, will be slashed by $3.9 billion. Funding for Meals on Wheels, a program to provide food and assist seniors unable to care for themselves, will be drastically cut with the nicknamed skinny budget. Some congressional Republicans have defected from the budget, calling for adjustments to fund and assist those most in need. The repeal of the Affordable Care Act and subsequent replacement for the American Health Care Act is scheduled for a House vote tomorrow.
After signing the agreement to action last Friday, George Mason University and Costa Rica have formalized their partnership in the exchange of information and resources to study mosquito-borne diseases. The Zika virus spread through mosquitoes became a large threat last year for tropical areas and even seeping into the Sunshine State of Florida. The research agreement, which was 2 years in the making, was signed by the President of the Republic of Costa Rica, Luis Solis Rivera, and Mason President Angel Cabrera at the Arlington campus on Friday. President Solis said, "What we have been working on is truly significant for the country and I hope for science in general. If we can make progress dealing with these diseases and discovering treatments, it will be great for many, many thousands of people, not only in Latin America, but in different countries around the world." Solis also had a meeting with Vice President Mike Pence later that day to talk about the U.S.-Costa Rican relations.
Students are back on campus, and the Johnson Center has become even more hectic with its new renovations and dining choices. However, it was announced right before spring break that George Mason University will have Chipotle on campus for the fall 2017 school semester. Here's Raven Royal at the new location.
Breaking news, Mason Dining just confirmed that Chipotle will be coming to the JC right here in place of Jorge's this coming August of 2017. This will be a part of the new dining changes for the coming fall semester. George Mason is the second public university in the United States, following the University of Oregon, to have a Chipotle location on campus. In addition to Chipotle, more recent additions such as Dunkin' Donuts, Steak and Shake food truck, and the Hungry Patriot food truck will be in place shortly after spring break. Watch our past interview with Mark Craner on youtube.com/Mason Cable Network. We're excited for the new and upcoming changes to Mason Dining this fall semester.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
To Maddie, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow, I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
On April 29th, before the 100th day of President Trump's administration, the People's Climate March will occur on the streets of Washington, D.C. As a college student, you have the opportunity in participating in this demonstration. Participating George Mason students will take initiative and start to mobilize in an effort to make their voices heard. Here's Angelique Ehrentalk with the story.
Filled with the same fervor of those who marched in 2014 for climate justice, both Mason and surrounding communities are eager to voice their concerns on the impacts of climate change this upcoming April 29th. Mason students such as Ky'Lend Miller facilitated a People's Climate March interest meeting in an effort to garner support from fellow students and citizens.
Without us marching, without us using our voice, our governments and our local representatives will not know what we need and what we demand to have in order to live life on this planet. The reason for this march is to make a change. We're not just marching to be big and loud, we're marching for a difference. We need a planet and species that are healthy, and it's really important that we get the whole community on this one front.
The meeting had a higher volume of attendance than expected and was even relocated into another larger room. These Mason students and Fairfax County residents hope to march in a group of 1,000 to Washington, D.C. and aims to mobilize in the most enormous volume possible. To learn more about how you can be involved, visit their Facebook page at GMU Students for the People's Climate March. This has been Angelique Arentalk with Mason Cable News.
The 21st Annual Health and Fitness Expo will be on campus tomorrow, March 23rd from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. The expo features interactive health education activities, fitness instruction, challenges, and free health screenings. There will be free health screenings for cholesterol, blood glucose, blood pressure, vision, and body mass index. More than 80 organizations are expected to attend the event. Sponsored by University Life and Student Health Services, the expo will be held at the Fairfax campus in Dewberry Hall and the SciTech campus. Come collect freebies and learn more about health. The event is free and open to the public.
Come join Mason's Indian Student Association in celebrating Holy Moly 2017 this Saturday. Holi is the annual Hindu festival of colors celebrating the triumph of good over evil and serves as a holiday to bring the community together. Holi is celebrated by throwing colored powder at one another, covering each other as much as possible. All students are welcome to join in on the festivities, and color will be provided at no cost. The event will take place on the field at President's Park at 11 a.m. If you are interested, be sure to RSVP for the event at getconnected.gmu.edu.
Next week, there will be fun, worldly events to celebrate International Week. In preparation for International Week, the Office of International Programs and Services are searching for volunteers for the iWeek 2017 flag stringing. The office is in need of enthusiastic, careful, and detail-oriented volunteers to assist next Wednesday, March 29th from 4 to 6 p.m. in J.C. Dewberry Hall. 119 flags will be hung in the Johnson Center during International Week, and the office needs assistance in stringing the flags in alphabetical order and proper position. Though the event is scheduled until 6 in the evening, it is typically finished within an hour. Go to oips.gmu.edu/volunteer to sign up to get involved. Light snacks will be provided. Stay tuned for the sports report after Freshman's Corner on music. Also, stick around for On the Couch and our roundtable on wiretapping. You're watching Mason Cable News.
Welcome to this week's segment of Freshman's Corner. I'm your host, Cody Borden, coming to you outside of Southside to talk to freshmen about music. What is your favorite type of music?
I'd say like EDM, like electrical dance music.
My favorite type of music is hip-hop.
Lo-fi hip-hop.
Who are some of your favorite artists or bands?
Beyonce, Rihanna, kind of like a little bit of like some kind of rap, but not really. Like, okay, I guess Drake, but he's not really into like rap.
Owl City.
My favorite artist, I would say, is Beyonce. I would say that because she's very creative. Her music, you know, it's a variety of music. Not only one culture can listen to that, but it's different types of songs that she has that I can relate to.
Bands, Falling in Reverse. What else? I like Childish Gambino.
What would be the greatest collaboration of all time? Like two artists getting together, past or present, and making a song.
Elvis Presley and Mozart.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
If it was Beyonce, Rihanna, and Nicki Minaj, all in one.
I'd have like Pink Floyd open for Biggie,
Yes.
And then just have like Tupac come out, but he's alive this time. And, you know, of course, Biggie.
We can call this activity the hat of freestyle. Now, in my hat, I have an assortment of different topics. You are going to pick one and then freestyle about said topic.
Cowboy bebop. Let me get that beat drop.
Hey!
I'm listening to hip hop.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. I've known him since high school.
Hey!
Now we work out together and do stuff like that.
Someone left the dough out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it, 'cause it took so long to make it, and I'll never have that recipe again.
Yes! That was amazing! Yes! The freshmen had a diverse taste in music, and all of them are going to be famous rappers one day. I can see it already. I'm your host, Cody Borden. Tune in next week for the next segment of Freshman's Corner.
Hello, Patriots. I'm Lexi Hodgson with your sports update for the week. The men's volleyball team earned their first victory over a ranked team in California this past week. The team swept number 11 Cal State Northridge 3-0. The Patriots won each set by a 2-point margin. Jack Wilson had an impressive night with 19 kills, 5 aces, and 3 blocks. The men will be home at the Rack this weekend with the game on Friday night versus Barton at 7 p.m. and Saturday in an EIVA matchup versus Charleston, West Virginia at 4 p.m. The women's lacrosse team had an impressive second half to defeat Coastal Carolina, scoring 8 goals and shutting out their opponent. The Patriots began the second half down 6-4 and went on to score 9 straight goals in a 12-6 comeback victory. Senior Melissa Labarco scored with 54 seconds in the first half to pull the Patriots within 2. Freshman Haley Johnson scored the game winner for a 7-6 lead. The Patriots scored 4 times in the last 11 minutes. The women's lacrosse team will face Longwood on March 25th at 2 p.m. The men's basketball team recent recruit incoming freshman guard Javon Green has received numerous publications for his stellar senior year performance on the court at Henry County High School. Rated as a top 20 prospect in the state of Georgia by hoopscene.com and a 3-star recruit by rivals.com. Another prospect, incoming freshman Gonar Mar, has been selected to participate in the United States All-American team at the 44th Annual Hoop Culture Capital Classic, scheduled April 8th at the Verizon Center. This will showcase some of the nation's top high school basketball talent. 2 players Mason is excited to welcome to their program beginning next season. That's it for sports this week. Good luck to any teams playing this week and weekend. I'm Lexi Hodgson. Enjoy the rest of your week, Patriots.
Hello, Mason Nation. Welcome back to another amazing week with me, Gina Jerome, on the couch. I hope everyone had a very relaxing and safe spring break. And once again, I'm very excited to be your source for entertainment news nationally, as well as in the DMV and GMU area. So now let's move on to our very first story. Tom Brady's stolen Super Bowl jersey reportedly has been found. It was reported Monday morning that the FBI and NFL security believe they have located the missing Super Bowl 51 jersey on foreign soil and believe it will be returned. As for why the FBI is involved, maybe the organization joined the search efforts once the piece of clothing was found abroad. But Houston police have considered the theft a felony given the hefty value of Brady's jersey, which could be worth up to $500,000 at any auction. But see, I totally see the appeal as to why someone might have taken it, but I really hope Tom Brady gets his beloved jersey back very shortly. So now, in Hollywoodland, Drake's newest release, More Life, has only been out since Saturday, and it has already broken 2 Spotify records. On its first full day of availability, More Life was streamed more than 61 million times, surpassing Ed Sheeran's Divide for first-day album streams. Drake also broke the record on Sunday for single-day artist streams with more than 76 million streams. Drake's was Spotify's most streamed artist in 2015 and in 2016, and his Views track One Dance is still the most streamed song on Spotify. Apple Music hasn't released any numbers for More Life yet, but chances are the album will do very well there too. Drake's Views album was initially released as an Apple Music exclusive and was the first album ever to reach 1 billion streams on the platform. But as streaming services continue to grow amongst their audiences, and some artists that are currently holding out, like a certain Shake It Off singer, start to recognize their value, these sorts of records are probably going to shift. But for now, Drake can pretty much count on another good year on top. And here's some pretty surprising, interesting news for you. Right-wing firebrand and rising media star Tomi Lahren has reportedly been suspended by The Blaze, the very controversial primetime commentary show that she hosts. She came into even more controversy over the weekend after a Friday appearance on The View, in which she claimed to be pro-choice. And she essentially argued that anti-abortion conservatives are hypocrites. Her comments then supposedly led to a public scolding from her boss, but that is yet to be confirmed. But according to the Daily Caller, another conservative outlet, her suspension is in effect for at least 1 week, and that even though her contract goes until September, she may be leaving the company before then. Well, that's some interesting news, but I guess we'll just have to stay updated, and I will let you know if anything changes. But in the meantime, this has been absolutely fantastic and great, bringing you some infotainment to my fellow patriots. Once again, this has been Gina Jerome right here with you on the couch, and I want to know, how was your spring break, and how do you feel about Drake's newest album and Tomi Lahren's suspension? Well, tweet me at Najina_J, and if you feel like it, you can even follow me on Instagram at GinaJuju. See you next week, Mason, and have a great day.
Earlier this month, on March 4th, President Trump tweeted a slew of messages at 6:35 a.m. Within the numerous tweets, he made a serious accusation that his predecessor, President Obama, had wiretapped him during the presidential election, tweeting, quote, "How low has President Obama gone to tap my phones during the very sacred election process? This is Nixon/Watergate, bad or sick guy." He told on to Congress to investigate the claims without providing information of his own. Senior advisor to the president, Kellyanne Conway, and Press Secretary Sean Spicer doubled down on the claims with TV appearances and daily White House briefings, respectively. Monday, Director of the FBI, James Comey, knocked down Trump's claim during a congressional hearing, where he stated, "We do not have any information that supports those tweets." Clearly, this is a bold claim for the president to be making without any evidence. What do you think about the issue, and how do you think Trump should be held accountable if found to be completely falsified?
You know, Alexis, in my personal opinion, I think that I honestly think he should be impeached, but that's in a perfect world. I'm sure that's not going to happen. I think what Trump did, it doesn't serve the presidency of the United States. We want to respect the office, but a lot of times some of the actions that he chooses to do doesn't make me respect the person in the office. But I have to give a little backstory that Trump, after putting that tweet out, went on to cite that the failing New York Times was his source and proof. And he got it from an article published on January 20th. Mm-hmm. However, the title of the article was "Wiretap Data Used in Inquiry of Trump's Aides." It had nothing to do with Obama having wiretapping system at the Trump buildings or the Trump offices. It had nothing to do with it. So It shows that either Trump is just seeing what he wants to see, or he's not reading, or he's getting information that is inaccurate. And as the president, he should not be doing that. So I think that he needs to take accountability, and I think the people around him needs to be aware of this, especially if the FBI director came out and said, "That's not true, we have no evidence." I think he needs to be held accountable.
No,
what about you?
I agree with you. I think it's odd because it's a very, very hard process to survey a citizen. Like, that goes through multiple checks, through multiple people. And I agree with that. Who knows where he got this information from? And I feel like the people around him need to be doing a better job of keeping him informed and keeping him in balance of what he needs to be focusing on, not Twitter, honestly. Well, thank you for tuning in, Patriots. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Mason Cable News, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube at Mason Cable Network to keep up with the latest news on and off campus. With that, I'm Alexis Whitted.
And I'm Ky'Lend Adams. Have a great week, Mason.